name is Kieran Whittle.
My name's Heather.
When I first saw gymnastics on TV, I knew that that's what I wanted to do.
It's really interactive and there's lots of things to learn.
I started in a preschool class at the age of 3. I thought it was fun and I used to enjoy it every week, and I used to look forward to going because it was more fun activities and doing games and playing on the apparatus rather than hard training.
I wanted to do it because the sport's really unique to all the other types of gymnastics not everyone knows about.
Recreational gymnastics is a step up from gym bobs or preschool class. It's doing harder skills, learning new and more difficult skills individually and sometimes in pair work. I wanted to move up in gymnastics and do harder stuff.
When I first competed, I got gold. From there, it's gone up. It makes you feel really good, and it just helps with your training after because you can be more determined, more motivated to do well. Well, looking at the squad, they looked amazing and you really want to aim yourself high. And I looked at junior development and they were close to squad. So I asked my mum if I could move into junior development, and I got in, and that just from there it really makes you want to do well because you always see the older gymnasts training and you're like, wow, I really want to be like that.
I got selected to trial for a development squad, which included more hours and doing harder skills and learning new basic techniques. Development squad is a lot more specific where you learn basic techniques, whereas recreational was a general class for anyone that wanted to do it. Whereas development was the development of the squad, the basic stuff before you move up into a squad level.
I train 6 days a week, Saturday for 4.5 hours and then every evening on a weekend.
I also do 3 days coaching here, one evening and then 2 days.
It's tiring, but you get used to it. So like getting up in the morning, aches and pains become normal. You just have to organise yourself. Sometimes you have to do it before school because you have no training at the moment.
I've gained life skills and learning to cope with stressful situations and making new friends. So I don't think I've missed out on anything, just gained.
You have to accept that sometimes you're not going to be able to complete things on time, but you have to try.
The training's stressful, you know, when you're on a build-up for a competition. And obviously the competition itself is stressful, but it's still exciting.
Missing a couple of days out with friends doesn't really bother me that much because I know, like in a couple of weeks' time, I'm hopefully going to be with a gold medal. So
I still, you know, go out with friends and stuff, but mostly gymnastics is my focus, and that's what I want to do now and up until I achieve my goals.
Gymnastics teaches you discipline and how to make something negative into a positive, because in all your training sessions you have to have a positive outlook on what you do. You can't always be negative. It's just knowing that some days I won't feel great, but I know how to make it more positive.
It's really rewarding knowing that your role models, the little development squad that I was once in, knowing that I've moved up all the way from there to now competing at a hard level. Competitions inspire me, and knowing that I could one day represent my country, and that just inspires me to keep training. There's
some top clubs and you really, really want to be like them, and that's what inspires you at a competition to do well. You can see when they watch Kieran and Fry do their routines before they go to European trials that they could be like, wow, look at them, they're going to go into a European competition. And everyone's training goes up, not just the people that are going to go on to do well. Like, it makes a whole club. So I think they do look up to the older ones, especially at competition times when everyone's training really hard. It just makes everything better. And you realise when you get to a competition that you don't mind missing out on things because at the end result you do quite well compared to all the other squads. It's good to learn new skills, and it's rewarding when you learn something you really wanted to learn, and then when you go to a competition and you've done well, that's really motivating, and then it makes you want to do even better stuff and harder stuff. It doesn't really matter how good you think you are. You might not think you're good now, but in a couple of years' time, if you put your effort into it, then you can do what you dream of doing. I love gymnastics because I love achieving what I set myself. So when I set myself a goal, I love achieving that.
My goal is to represent Great Britain and I want to do that.